Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. It's actually nighttime. We're going to take the Volvo for a spin. I've changed the paint colors. It was blue before, but I decided to do something in red just for fun. And it looks really nice, doesn't it? So we are back to American Truck Simulator. I can't promise I'm going to be recording this a ton, but I am. And I'll explain in a minute here what's been going on. We've just been so busy. But let's go ahead and find a load that we can pull. So we're going to go to the world map job market. I try to do the external contracts if I can, because then we can actually run during the night. Got some pretty heavy haul loads, which are fine, but those are... I don't want to go too far. Go to Utah. That's not too bad of a run there. Whoops, what did I do? We could go through New Mexico. I'm kind of sick of New Mexico. We could go to Chihuahua. I don't see anything going down there. Unfortunately, this area I don't think is working right now because there has to be some kind of update or something that's going on, and right now it's disabled. It's a mod that's free, but then some of the developers that worked on it gave up on it, so we may never see that again. I wonder why Idaho is still marked. I've been to almost, it looks like I've been to all the towns except for these two. We could go up to Coeur d'Alene. I don't mind doing that. That's a 20-hour trip, 1,000 miles. We might have to split this over 2 episodes. We'll see. But we'll pull this bulldozer. The problem is, of course, this is a huge device. So it's going to take us a little time to do this. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so start the truckie up. Turn the fake GPS off. And we're going to bust our way down to Idaho, up to Idaho. There's still some raindrops coming down. It was raining last night when I got here. And it looks like it's still raining. So it's been a while since I haven't even played this game for a while because of Flight Sim. But we have to be realistic about these things. Nobody's watching my Flight Sim videos. I'll still do them. I've got a pretty small audience though, and I'm kind of like, I think I need to go back to some of the games that people actually watch and want to watch. For whatever reason, this game does really well on my channel. The downside is, this is... For those of you that are newer to the channel, or those of you who've been around a long time, you probably already know this, but some of you may not. Well, this thing's telling me different directions now. What's it want? This is my busy season. Anytime from the middle of July to the end of October is when my business really takes off. I don't know why that is, but for example, last minute today I picked up 4 photo shoots for tomorrow. I've got, I've had photo shoots every day this week. I've had new projects and all kinds of new clients coming in, so it's been really good. But what that means is right now for YouTube, my productivity is way down because I basically go out and shoot homes during the day, and then I have to edit at night. Well, when am I supposed to make videos? I don't have time. So that's why you guys have seen a pretty big drop in the amount. I've been doing 1 video a day for almost 2 months now because it's just been crazy. And that's good news. I mean, I'm making okay money right now, and my company needs to get to the point where I'm doing that almost year round. Right now it's not. I get about 2 or 3 months where it's like that. I really need more months of that kind of volume if I'm going to survive. So it's just been an interesting time, a good summer. Oops, that's the wrong gear. I need to get down into 4th. There we go. And a busy summer, which is good. But it does mean that the videos suffer a little bit. So as we get into the fall here and things start to slow down, I would say probably by October or even early November, we'll be able to start producing a lot more content. Keep in mind that in November, Farm Sim is releasing their new DLC of the Alps with a bunch of new Alp-tastic tractors, little tiny girly electric tractors. They're pretty cool tractors actually though. and a new Alps map. So that's pretty cool. I think people have been wanting Giants to release some sort of new map, and they were upset when the Class Pack, which was the Platinum or whatever, did not include a map. Well, this time we're finally getting a map, so rejoice. Also, Colorado is coming out for ATS, which is what we're playing right now, obviously, and I think the Iberian Peninsula is coming out for ETS 2. So we got a lot of cool stuff happening here in the next couple weeks, months. Also, cool news on the American Truck Simulator front. They're finally getting another truck. We just added Mac. This year we've had International and Mac join the truck fleet, and now Western Star is going to be joining with their latest truck, and it's a real nice looking truck. So I think the truck itself is actually like a brand new on the market truck. It's not one that's been sold. It might be a 2020 model or 2019 model, but it's a really, really new model. Not one that I've actually seen in person. So very excited about that. I've had fun driving all the trucks, but for some reason I do like the Volvo. I do come back to this truck pretty frequently. It's a nice truck. And I like the layout of the cabin. I think my favorite cabin so far, it's a toss-up between the International and the Mac. I wish the International wasn't so ugly on the outside. Anyway, but I do like the new Mac truck. It's a great truck. But I just wanted to, I was poking around trying different trucks out. I thought, well, I'll run this one. I haven't run this one in a while. So, and I forgot how much I do like the Volvo. It's a nice truck. Simple gauges, nothing exciting. Probably should have my beacons on. Oops, kind of over-revved it there. Another thing that I've learned to do is, you can see I'm revving a little higher lately. It's because I'm actually floating gears now. I use the clutch to shift out of first, or like into first out of neutral. And sometimes I use it between first and second, but in general I'm floating the gears. So I'm not using my clutch anymore. I've kind of learned how to do it. And it's pretty easy. You basically just have to rev up high and then shift, take your foot off the gas and shift, and it'll do it automatically. So in real life, that's not how it works. In real life, you have to kind of feel where it is and you pull it in. But in this one, they should not have taken me down this road. This was not the way we should be going. In real life, there's a lot of feel that goes into it. You pull it back, and if it grinds, you haven't gotten the right RPMs. But this one, it kind of just does it. So saving my clutch for racing games. So anyway, life has been really busy. Got a lot of new clients, which is good. For those of you that have been watching the whole situation with bringing my wife over to America from the dreaded English colony, or from the dreaded English homeland, which is a nice place. We finally got our approval, so now we're just waiting. We have to. She had to get a change done on her passport because she never changed her maiden name. So that's being taken care of, and once that's done, she has to go for her interview and her medical, which should be fine. And then she'll be able to come over here. So we're hoping by like in a month or two she'll be here. And then we're working on her daughters. She'll come for a month or two to get her green card, and then she'll head back home, and we'll get her daughters over here. They won't take as long. So it'll be easier because they are, her daughters at that point. It'll be easier to get them over. So looking forward to that. Thankfully that has gone through. Things are going well with my kids. I know you guys are always wondering how they're doing. They're not here tonight, but they'll be here tomorrow. John is 8 and huge. Violet she just turned 11. Evelyn's 13. Oh my gosh, and Seth is 15. Ryan finally did move out of the house at the beginning of this summer. I really miss him, but it is what it is. So he's living with his brother Mark. Mark bought a home, and so he has his own place to live now in Akron, and Ryan is with him, so he's not alone, and it's cute. They're living together. It's pretty funny. The Brothers Grimm. Ooh, look. Is that Monument Valley? I think that's Monument Valley up there. Speed limit's 55 here. I gotta watch. I'm gonna get going too fast. So we're leaving Farmington, and we're headed out into the desert. We're gonna pass through Utah. Probably a little piece of Arizona. Oh boy. The San Juan River. Not to be confused with San Juan Island in Washington. I don't think we have San Juan in this game. There'd be no reason to, because we really don't have the islands much. All right, so we're going to be turning, I think we're still in New Mexico. Look at those rocks. It's so cool. That's one of the things I love about out west, is just those giant rock formations. Whoops. La Supermarché, El Mercato. Is that like the merchant, El Mercado? I don't know. That's pretty cool. I got a call this week for a company that is shooting a what do they call it? Like a murder mystery, but it's like a crime scene investigation show. And they are filming in Sandusky this coming week, and they want me to film the drone portions. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was a neat job opportunity. Oh boy, we're going way too fast. And I think no matter what, 55 is our peak speed because we're pulling the wide load. We're supposed to keep it to 55. Man, I am all over the place tonight. I'm not even reading comments. I've got no excuse. Aside from I haven't driven this semi-truck in weeks. I haven't played American Truck Simulator for probably a month. Now, I do use the clutch to downshift. I don't know if real truckers do that. They probably do, I would imagine. Oh, boy. We're running out of steam. 6 is going to be low enough. I don't think so. Taking it down to 5. 5 should be low enough. Usually 5 is the gear that you make it to or you get to get up these hills. Once again, that's a pretty cool grade. And it looks like we are coming into Arizona, I think. Arizona. The Sunshine State. Oh no, the Grand Canyon State. Was Florida's the Sunshine State, right? Well, we ain't doing no 65, that's for sure. We'll get it up to 65, watch. Trying to think if there's anything else exciting to tell you, but mostly it's just been work. It's funny, it's like in the Lord of the Rings, you know, they J.R.R. Tolkien talks about the journey home. He says, or not the Lord of the Rings, and the Hobbit, and he says, nothing, everything was. They had a beautiful journey home. He doesn't really describe it much. He said they had a few adventures, but mostly things were great. And he said, and as life would have it, when something as good is going on, there's not very much excitement happening. It's only usually when the bad things go on that it makes an exciting story. I thought that was an interesting observation. All right. So I'm trying to think of other cool things that are happening. My wife's kids, my kids also, are going to public school. Obviously, they're public schooled. So, whereas my kids here are homeschooled, but Emily and Matilda are going to public school, and that's going well. They are open again, even though COVID's going on. And so far, everybody's been fine. So they've had like one case here and there of COVID, but they decided against closing the schools, so they've kept them open. And all right, we need to slow down here. And so that's interesting that they're going, but everybody's been healthy and fine. And yeah, I want you to go first. Go on. Hopefully this guy will see me and stop. But I'm proud of my wife. She came from a pretty rough background, just in life in general. Life was not great to her early on, and because of that, she, has PTSD and has had a lot of problems sleeping in the past. Well, I've seen her life change over the last year and a half. I'm not saying because I've been in it, but because I'm helping her, and my friends are helping her, and the people around her are really, stepping up, and the people that, once again, I don't want to make this sound like it's all me, because it's not, but the people that I've brought into her life are really, being good friends to her, and it's neat to see her change, and how encouraging it is to see somebody that suffered and she couldn't sleep, she would have night terrors and stuff like that. That stuff's all over. And so now I'm super proud of her, because she has to go to bed, to get her kids up in the morning, she has to be in bed by 10:30, 11. She would have never been able to do that a year ago. And even a couple months ago, she was struggling with it. But now she's on a clockwork schedule, man. She goes to bed at 10:30, sometimes 11, but close to 10:30, and just goes to sleep and hasn't had any issues. It's great. And she's definitely been feeling better, and her attitude's been much improved, and it's neat to see how, something simple, and I know I've got a lot of friends that, struggle with sleep issues and stuff, and, it's neat to see how that's changed with her and how she's able to sleep now, so it's pretty good stuff. All right, we're going to be slowing down here, and Kayenta. We're heading towards Moab. I hate to tell you, folks, this is not the... Ah! Another thing I've been doing, if you guys have seen, and I haven't watched super far into it, but I've been watching Cobra Kai, and it's really good. At first I was like, there's no way, this is going to be so cheesy. Oh, wow, I forgot to, oops. And actually, it's really, really good. It's a really good TV show. There's some swearing and a few inappropriate things in it, but they've kept it pretty clean. But I've enjoyed it so far. I was like, wow, this is really good. It's neat to see the actors all, they're old now, But the Cobra Kai guy, I can't think of his name. He's still totally ripped. obviously a California health nut. As most of those Californians are, they're usually pretty healthy people. I wish we had that culture in Ohio. It might have given me a little bit of a better chance, but I need to start working out so I can be all buff rather than buffalo. Yeah, because that's what I feel like. Huge. Once again, one of the things I love about this game is that we get to drive on some of the most beautiful places on Earth. Arizona is no exception. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a varied and unique... Actually, we're in Utah. But so is Utah. Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and Mississippi. Oh, I mean New Mexico. Are all just incredibly beautiful states. I've been through the South, too. Mississippi is okay. I wouldn't want to live there. It's too hot. Like, I don't mind the desert heat, but that dry heat, man, it'll kill you. Trying to keep the speed down. We're way below the speed limit, so we should be fine. Hanksville. I hope someday we have Hanksville in the map. Okay, that means that's... Okay, so that's the Henry Mountains to the left there, those mountains. They're much bigger in real life. They look like a little hoodoo there. In real life, it is a giant... If you guys remember Paramount Pictures used to have that mountain range at the beginning? That's what the Henry Mountains look like in real life. They're like the Olympic Mountains. They're just huge snow-capped mountains. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then underneath it, right about maybe it was 20 miles north of Hanksville, is Goblin Valley. And if you're ever in Utah and you get a chance, go to Hanksville, stay the night, wake up in the morning, you head out to Goblin Valley. It is the most eerie, unique national park that there is. It is just such a weird place. And it's definitely worth seeing. You have to drive about it's 20 miles north of Hanksville, and then you have to drive 9 miles on a dirt road to get there. But it's worth it. And while you're there, you'll see wild Mustangs roaming the prairie. And it's unforgettable. The scenery is just unique. I've never seen anything like it anywhere else. Basically, it's a canyon that had water flowing through it that carved these goblins. They call them goblins, but they're like 8-foot tall, mushroom-shaped stones. And the whole valley floor is filled with these things. You can walk down in there and walk in between them, and it is a unique experience. And then you're surrounded by, these giant canyons and rock walls, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. One time I was there were a bunch of people there. It was like a school bus and a bunch of people. But the other time that I was there was the more amazing time, and my mom was with me. I was 16, I think, or 17, and we were the only people there. And you could, it's the weird, all you could hear was the wind and an occasional eagle screech. There was no other sound. It was unbelievable. You could feel the lack of any kind of sounds at all. It was a unique experience. So if you ever get to go out there, it's definitely worth seeing. Make sure if you go to Utah that you stop at Hanksville and go to Goblin Valley. Like I said, it's a little known park. I forget how I found it. I think I was looking through a book, like an old 1950s book, and they were like, make sure you check this out. Nobody knows about it, but it's worth it going to see it. And I was like, oh, well. My mom and I were researching places to go. I said, why don't we go there? And it actually, I think out of all, I went to, Zion and Bryce and, pretty much all of the major national parks. That guy, I don't know why he was pulling out. That was weird. But that place is the one that really, really stuck with me as the most amazing place I've ever been. But I've been through Moab. I've been here before. Woo! Been to Arches National Park and Bridges National Park, which are both in this area. Dead Horse Canyon. What is that? I don't know. Green Mountain River, did it say? I love the like the Pueblo style architecture out there. Architecture out there also. It's unique. Ooh, that's cool. Some prairies, some cattle, some horses, a big hill, and a 55-mile-an-hour sign. Let's take it seriously here. Ooh. Oh, wow. Slowing down. This is so pretty. Look at that sky. Look at the clouds. It's so pretty. And man, this game just runs so smooth. Now I have everything turned up all the way. I finally upgraded my computer. I debated it for a long time, and then like a week later they announced the 3000 series of cards. I was like, oh! I probably could have returned this, but to be honest with you, it plays every game that I own on Ultra. So I don't really need to get a better card. Like I'm happy with this one. Like this is probably more than I'll use in the next 2 or 3 years. And then I'll upgrade, because I'm going to do a whole computer upgrade at that point. And I'll keep this computer running as a secondary computer. But there's a hole in the rock. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. But I don't feel like I need another computer, or another video card. I'm happy with this. So what I did was I upgraded it to a 2070 Super. I had been running the 3070, or I'm sorry, no, I had been running a 1070. So this jump to the 2070 is Super is a 2-generation jump, because we had the 2070 and then you had the 2070 Super. So it's a pretty big leap for me. But I know that the 3070 is coming out. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I'm happy with the computer the way it is. It's done everything that I want it to do. Jeepers criminy. I guess it is a town. Oh, this is Moab. Okay. You'll know Moab by the red rocks. Moab Brewery. Look at the backgrounds. It's so pretty. I mean, I do feel like I love Ohio. I don't think I could ever move from Ohio, but if I did, it would be like a winter home here. I'd stay in Ohio, but then like I'd stay past Christmas, maybe past New Year's, and then, spend the rest of the winter in the desert, like 4 or 5 months. I would just love that. Too bad I'm broketed. That'll never happen. Oh well. I'm 47 years old with no savings. I have a strong feeling that I probably never will. Oh well. I think that's the way people are nowadays. I don't, you used to be able to save up and get a nest egg, and people worked for a company, and dad would work and mom would take care of the kids because she wanted to, not because she was forced to. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, but nowadays you just don't make enough money to survive. Everything's gotten so expensive that you just can't afford to do that anymore. There is no nest egg. There is no retirement. There is no, some people have it, but really most people can't afford it. They live paycheck to paycheck, and it's a scary thought. For me, it's even harder because I'm self-employed. I'll never have Social Security, so, oh well. 'Tis the joy of life. the joy. I missed what that was. There's a state park there. Should have paid more attention. There's a route there too I haven't been on. Wonder if that's new. Probably. And now I've missed it. Forever. So we're crawling up the backside of Utah. Looks like we're going to be getting on Interstate 70 here, heading towards Salt Lake City. Whoops, wrong gear. There we go. How are we doing on fuel? Have a half a tank. Looks like a 3/4 tank of DEF. Train line over there. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at that. Is it Salina or Salina? It's probably Salina. In Ohio, we call it Salina because everything in Ohio is hard eyes. We have, most people would call it Lima, but we have Lima. In the southern part of Ohio, we have the Rio Grande University. Yep, that's how we pronounce it. It's Rio Grande University. I know it's. I had a friend that went there. She actually, Jen actually went there, and she was. I'm like, where do you go to school? She's like, Rio Grande. I'm like, you mean Rio Grande, right? And she's like, no, Rio Grande. What's going on here? I can't get into 8th gear. There we go. Of course, I live in Medina, where everywhere else in the United States it's called, well, in the world, it's Medina. People always call me. I know they're not from the area. Like, I know it's a sales call. Hey, so how are things there in Medina today? I'm like, it's Medina. Oh, this is a sales call, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, have a nice day. Put us on your do not call list. Thanks. Bye. I get so many phone calls, like every day. I literally get like 2 business calls and then like 50 like false advertising or false starts. Let's run to 6, I think. Yeah. 6 was the right choice. Ooh, that's pretty. So now we're making the moves on Idaho. Hello, Idaho. Not yet. Not yet. This is pretty cool, though. So now we have some alternate routes through Utah that don't all go through Salt Lake City. We kind of bypass that whole mecca. And we're heading straight up. There's the Price River. We've reached our maximum speed of 65 miles per hour. The captain has turned off the no smoking sign. I mean, the captain has left on the no smoking sign. Please do not smoke in the cabin. It is a federal, what is it? Some kind of federal violation. Do not tamper with the lights. Do not tamper with the smoke detector. And sit your butt down. Gotta fasten them seatbelts. Three exits. I didn't realize the price was so large. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're on the business loop. got the hammer down, the pedal to the metal. Literally. I'm flooring it right now. We're getting like 2 miles to the gallon. Go down a gear. Look at news, this 30. Whoa! Okay, I didn't see the sign for that. And then back up to 60. Wow. That was quite the jump. I thought I was on Route 30. My mistake. Carbon Avenue. I love the Beehive. Don't you dare. There's some beehives right there. Not sure what that is, but it's like the Beehive Pentagon. And there's our last price exit, I think. Set our cruise control for 60. Turn the lights on. It's starting to turn towards evening. What a pretty trip. Oh, come on, dude. Look at the train line there. That's cool. Wow, look at the mountain ranges here. This is really cool. Oh, train. I swear I've delivered something there before. That's really neat back. I know I've been back there. I remember crossing the double train tracks. That was cool. Some serious hill action going on there. And a freight train. Oh no, that's Amtrak again. Another passenger service. Well, we are out west. Definitely more than there are where I live. We have one passenger service, I think, every couple of days. Yeah. So it comes through on Wednesday. That's the day that you get the train. Otherwise, forget it. So I wonder if that's still the Price River down there. It probably is. Oh, 6. I wonder if that's the same as Route 6 that goes through my state. Probably not. Well, this would be the same. No, 70's further south. Though the way the roads work, it could be. And another passenger service there. These guys are having a hard time deciding who belongs where. Belongs. Who belongs where? You don't belong here. I belong here. This is my road. Get your Airstream off my road. I think those windmills are a little too close to the ground, but maybe with the canyon there, the wind like sucks through and wah! Pay attention, Arthur. Oh boy. Junction 89. Salt Lake straight ahead. Oh, we're still, wow, we are still on the road to Salt Lake. I thought we'd be going north of that, but I guess not. Trying to see where I'm going up ahead here on the map. It's not super clear. Brakes. Stop. That was pretty close to a violation. Oh. We'll have to stop at the next town. It's starting to get evening. I don't want to drive during the night, so we'll start looking for a place to rest here once I get outside of this town. What town is this? Nowheresville. Is this Salt Lake City? I have no idea where I am. It's the downside of always following a GPS. Sometimes this kind of stuff happens and you're like, where are we? I don't know. Who knoweth? There's the Yummy Cafe. There's something that's under construction. I recognize that look as I work for companies that build stuff. I photograph stuff like that all the time for Angle Key and Pride One. Building frames, drone shots, before and after. Yeah, I think this is Salt Lake City. Okay, so I was totally wrong. I thought we were shooting north around Salt Lake, but nope, this is it. I guess Price is just on the outskirts, isn't it? Man, was that a beautiful drive right there. North. What a gorgeous evening. You know, it's been nice here. We're getting into fall now, and the sun, it cools off really well in the evening. Now, in fact, I've actually got my windows closed tonight. Believe it or not, I was cold. I had to put, I've been wearing shorts all week. I'm like, I gotta wear sweatpants tonight. Like, it's freaking cold. Um, 73 degrees here in Salt Lake City. I think it's about 54 here in Cleveland. We're significantly cooler, but however, with the humidity, since Salt Lake City has basically none, they're going to actually feel a lot colder. Like it's sweat jacket weather in Salt Lake City when it's in the 70s. I remember being in Kansas. It's pretty dry out there in the summer, and we went to I think it was Lawrence. Yeah, you know what, it was Lawrence, Kansas. And it was like 110 degrees, man. And then when it cooled down in the evening to like 80, it actually felt cold. I'm like, how can it be 80 degrees? It feels cold. But once again, when it's, you know, most of the country, well, not most of the country, about half the country is very humid. So over on the eastern side of the country, you know, we got the ocean breezes always coming in, and you know, the Great Lakes, and there's just a lot of humidity. And that makes cooler temperatures feel hot and sticky. So actually, I don't mind hot weather that much because it's not that bad because it's actually, you know, it cools off at night and the temperatures are just lower. There's downtown Salt Lake. And it just feels cooler because there's just not a lot of humidity. Now, I could be mistaken. I know I think that's the Mormon temple up there. Which also means Brigham Young University, right? I think. Anyway, it's cool they included that. It's pretty neat to see that famous landmark. And so we're going to look for, I'm going to pop the map real quick here. How do I need to look at this one because I want to see. There's got to be, okay, we got a rest stop on the other side of this egg. We're going to pass through Ogden here, and there's a rest stop right on the other side of Ogden, so we'll stop there for the night, which is perfect. And we'll call that an episode because it's 45 minutes here. I'm going to take a break, take Grotman for a walk, and I'll come up and finish this job because this has to be done tonight. Cruising right along. Some kind of dealership there. I can't know what it looks like. Whoa. Wow. And this is where we needed to stop. So we're going to the port of entry. Why did that car go in there? I don't know, but we're going into. Whoa! Oh, wow. Oh, no, and I came in the wrong way for sleep. We were supposed to pass through the port, but okay. Hopefully we'll still trigger it. Come on, Dumbledore. Okay, press. I'm going to stop here. Parking brake on. Lights off. Beacons off. And so we have made it through Salt Lake City, past Ogden, and we're heading into Idaho. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. If you like the video, you want to support the channel, it helps out a lot when you guys do, you know. So you can go to my main page. You'll see a forage harvester there. And click on the little PayPal icon if you want to help the channel grow and donate. Keep the channel running. So anyway, that always helps. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And we will see you guys next time on American Truck Simulator. Have a good night, guys. Bye.